Kevin McCullough.
Welcome back to Times Square. It's That Kevin Show. It says so on the mug. Anyway, glad to have you with us. You know, besides looking at the news and trying to make my way through the crazy that is the headlines every day, we also try to do practical sides of life with the things that I broadcast about. And one of those areas is health and wellness. And we talk to surgeons and nutritionists and primary care physicians and hospital attendants. We've talked to everybody along that spectrum. But one of the areas that we also talk about is fitness. And some of the ways that we keep ourselves fit helps prevent disease and depression and a whole bunch of other things that can impact our health in a very significant way. And one of the people that I've had a lot of fun with on the air over the years, but has not been with us lately, is Jane Ann Benaira. She's a yoga instructor. She's a Pilates instructor. She boxes. She runs. I don't know what all you do, Jane Ann, but welcome back. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
It's the first of the year, sort of. We kind of got there. We're not really at the first of the year, but we're not out of the first month yet. And there's probably people that have already given up on their fitness goals for 2025. And I thought it would be a good time for you and I to chat about all the things. And even though you're into fitness and stuff, a lot of times we talk more about the intellectual and mental kind of side of all of this. So I was curious what you've been up to, what you've been thinking about, and do you have something for us here as we're trying to make our way into 25, and we want to be consistent. We want to do better. What are your thoughts on where we are?
Yeah, there's always that swing of January becomes like go hard and I'm going to, like you said, get better. And it's always such great intention. And that's really the important part to focus on is I do have the intention. I do have that self-awareness that there's something that I want to achieve. And all that is so good. It tapers off. Usually around March, the numbers go down a little bit.
You've made it all the way to March?
Yeah, I'm being generous. February, March, as far as like class participation, you can see it start going down. But that's not the end of it. You know, it's again, just recognizing that there is something that you want to improve. A lot of people, we all hear this and we all know it's true, but a lot of people go in with too much expectation on themselves. And I think what I've been thinking about within this lately is there is a huge component to self-awareness and what you can knowingly know about yourself, and those small implemental changes towards that is important, and a lot of self-reflection. And what I've been thinking about lately within that self-reflection is when you notice you're giving too much away, and that could be personally, professionally, friendships. I mean, even things in the household, like I can't do this much laundry, something like that. Off the top.
You must have teenagers.
Yeah. I can't actually be doing this much laundry, but it takes a lot of all of these things, whether it's fitness or laundry. This is why we tend to circle back to mental health, because it's mental health work, and that discovery of catching when you're giving away too much of yourself and not feeding yourself.
Right.
And
well,
that's the catch.
Having said that, I want to kind of drill down a little bit. When we were talking off the air, you talk about recognizing being out of alignment.
Yes.
Now, you can't fix something until you know that it's broken. And we may have some sort of idea that something's broken, but we don't necessarily know how to go look for it or understand how it got broken. And I love the word alignment. It makes me think of cars and tires. You can drive on badly aligned tires for a long way. But what happens when you do that is the tread wears completely wrong. And at some point you run the risk of a complete blowout, which could be a disastrous wreck and other things if you don't ever know that alignment is off. I think it's very similar to life, is it not?
Yeah. And I love that car analogy because in the end, if you keep going, keep going, keep going, what's going to happen is you end up costing more time, more money, more aggravation. And it's the same thing in turn. So I'm talking about, that self-awareness
Right.
of alignment. And it could start subtle, a few bad days, but really the subtle things are the ones to kind of recognize. Like, we come to a point where it's like, okay, no more, I have to change something. And then learn from that spot and find the little subtle clues. Like,
stick around for more of That Kevin. Next, That Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.